what's up guys, it's TJ here. Today we're going to talk a few tips to help get your photography and videography game going. So starting off as a photographer or a videographer, it's pretty hard to get out there and figure out what your game is, what you want to do, what you want to film. And sometimes you may be stuck. As a beginner, you may be in a position where you're like, hey, I don't know what to do next. And today we're going to talk a few tips about how to get going, how to get the juices flowing, how to get the creative juices flowing, and how to keep progressing in your videography game. You want to keep going to that next level, keep moving up. The first thing you can do is just take your camera everywhere with you. If you take pictures with your phone, if you take pictures with a DSLR, just bring it with you everywhere. I know a larger camera can be harder to bring around everywhere, but just try to do this because it will help you take more pictures. And the more pictures that you take, the better you'll become. You'll learn things from those pictures, learn what you like and what you don't like, and it'll help progress you and get you better. So just try to bring that camera with you everywhere and just take a picture of almost everything you see. If you're walking down the street, take pictures of the street and just look at things from a different angle. Try to look at those things through your lens as well and see what you can get from it. Now the next thing that we want to do is make sure that we get manual mode. We want to learn our camera settings. You want to learn things like aperture, shutter speed, and ISO and how to manipulate them. So that means you got to pull out of that automatic mode and use some manual settings. I know this could be hard, I know this could be tough, and sometimes it just feels like it's a little bit too challenging, but you have to get out of that little shell of using automatic settings. Now you can use them when the time calls for it, but if you really want to master the camera, you want to make sure that you know what these things are doing. You want to make sure you know what these settings are affecting and what they're changing. And with manual settings, you can have complete control of your work and your style, and you can make it look slightly different. And that's just one of those things that's going to bring you to the next level. Next, we just want to take the time to learn the elements of photography and videography. So if you're a filmmaker or if you're a photographer, no matter what you are, you want to learn things like composition. Start there. And then if you're a filmmaker, you want to learn things like frame rate and how that affects how your film looks on the screen. So just little things like that can help you move to the next level. And all these things are free on the internet. You can find things, just search for composition, search for different elements of photography, and just learn. You can learn from anybody, so make sure you take the time to take advantage of the free available resources you have on the internet. And lastly, we just want to take the time to try new things. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and do something different. I mean, if you take pictures from the standing position all the time, it looks okay, but try to do something different. Try to stand on top of something, get up high or get down low and squat down or even get on the ground. And that's different. That's something that can give you a new look or a new view of what you're photographing. And also don't be afraid to take pictures of things that you don't think are that important or that cool. Sometimes taking a picture of it may bring out a new perspective for you and get your juices flowing, get your creative juices flowing. So just try to search new things and new techniques that you can try out. Like I said, you can learn something from everybody. So just find some new techniques, go try them out. And doing things like that is always a great way to develop your own style. See what other people are doing, try to do those things and see what you like from that, and then develop your own style from those things. Kind of combine them all together, and now you got your own thing going. So let's recap that. All we want to do is make sure that we're bringing our camera everywhere with us so we can take more pictures and get more involved with our camera. Kind of just have that thing attached to our hip. We want to take the time to learn our camera settings and make sure that we're using manual mode and just become more of a master of our craft. We also just want to take the time to learn things like composition and learn things like frame rate and aspects of photography that can make us better photographers and videographers and just move us to the next level. And lastly, we want to make sure that we try new things. Don't be afraid to step outside the comfort zone and do something new and do something fresh to help keep you going, because it can be frustrating. So just keep shooting, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.